The whole purpose of a good poem is for you to slip into it with ease and then let it prick you such that you are both comfortable and distinctly uncomfortable at the same time. This is Sunil Bhandari and you are listening to Uncut Poetry. The comfort of her being. I spoke to her, and our banter floated on the comfort of bling, rubble and starlight, as we swapped rebelled jokes and found pleasure in listening to mundane stories of each other's days. For me, to just know that there was breath that I prayed found its next inhalation and the next, and a voice in this world which always found happiness in hearing mine, was the reason why I could think of life as a gift of the universe, because too many things lie on the curb, moribund to history, basking today, burnt tomorrow. And though she was too much in too little time, I have felt her in my bones as an ancient blessing, and though the universe has served her as an amari, she came in as an aperitif, another beginning. I have never questioned life's intents and have found both flow and flaws in the way I have let it overwhelm me. But I have survived tumult and love, which actually are the same, and know that illusion will never match up to reality. So I step out into the balcony where she basks in the sun, her eyes closed and her book open, and slip into her silence with ease. Because with her, I know that our wounds lie in kitchen cupboards waiting to be incinerated, and there was always time to begin life again. Because with her I know that our wounds lie in kitchen cupboards waiting to be incinerated, and there was always time to begin life again. Life is a pean of reaffirmations. In its hurly-burly urgencies, we often forget that what anchors us is often the humdrum, boring comfort of relationships which let us be what we are. We can say anything, knowing our love won't be questioned. We can take people for granted without our intentions being put into a dock. We can let silences surround us, knowing them to be as potent as a conversation. But to get to that state is to first embark on a journey. Relationships take time. They have to be transversed through the hills and valleys, yes, but also through the pots and pans of life. There are glorious sunsets to get lost in, but also the harshness of singular floodlights. There are triumphs of togetherness to hold on to, as also the bouts of lonely lookouts. There are the warm summer evenings to linger in, but also the biting cold of an aching heart. There is time seamlessly bequeathed, but also the tiptoeing when none is given. The irony of relationships is that if you survive the scrounging of lees in an unending chasm, you will enjoy the riches of the rocks of togetherness. Because what sustains a couple is a mysterious alchemy of the understandable and felt, shown and realized, the brusque and the smooth. With the ones closest to us, too much is often made of too little. The challenge is always then to not mistake the ephemeral for a fact, just as we often mistake the wind-blown emotion as a determinant of intention. Though the longevity of a relationship is scarcely an indicator of its quality, the long drudge has to be undertaken to understand every strand of a person's being. It takes time to understand that couples are conjoined not only because of what they are, but because of what they have survived, which in the schemata of engagement often means surviving each other. Victims of love always bleed, but the survivors are the ones who hold their hands and find the sun burnishing the skin into gold. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you were listening to Uncut Poetry. Did you know that I've started a newsletter called The Uncuts? It's a weekly and it is full of grace and music and art and poetry. Get the link in the show notes. And did you like this episode? If you did, you must share it with someone you love. And why not follow Uncut Poetry on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Gaana, JioSaavn, Google Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts so you don't miss a single episode. See you next week.